So Grooms is showing us an alleged leak from Mr. Matty Plays. I did talk about it on stream. We're going to talk about it here as well. Apparently, it's coming from Dragon Age, and it's an NDA. This is something quite common. Many companies, especially AAA companies, will make you sign something like this if you're a content creator and you get an early access. Usually, it's something simple, like you promise not to talk about the game outside the review. You're not going to give the copy to other people. Basic shit. Some companies go a little bit more advanced. I remember Angry Joe talking about Shadow of Mordor. That was a big controversy because, if I remember correctly, they were saying what rating you're supposed to give them. There are times. Other times it's not so controversial, even though the game journalist press, who aren't very bright, they find it to be as such. In the case of Wukong, the game was released, and if you wanted to make an early review, you had to say they're not going to talk about the CCP, right? You're not going to bring about Taiwan. You're not going to talk about COVID. You're not going to talk about the LGBTs, which is very difficult for Americans not to do. But basically, it was the idea that, no, you will talk about the game. You can shit on the game if you want, but we are a Chinese company, so, we don't want you to talk about China because you're going to get us in trouble. So, that was the type of NDA. Now, in this particular case, this NDA seems very bizarre because they're saying that you need to use the word return to form. This is something that almost every single game journalist uses. And there's a lot of mouth breathers on Twitter. I'm sorry to say this, but if this is your argument, you are a mouth breather, saying that no, it's a conspiracy theory. You're spreading a theory that people conspired in order to get the journalist to say return to form. And I'm like, okay, if a teacher gives an assignment to 40 kids to read a book and then write something about it, and all of them use the same phrase, then the teacher is not mentally retarded, right? He's not mentally deficient and can assume that the students were copying from each other, they were cheating. Which is what we are doing as well. If a lot of game journalist outlets are using return to form, we are not mentally deficient. We realize there's a PR team behind where they get, some talking points or whatever the case. And apparently this NDA does say that return to form, you're supposed to use it. They also say that you're not supposed to use the following: male to female, transgender characters, surgical scars, woke content, homoeroticism, racial positivity, DEI features. Refrain from attacking people from EA, don't do the gender that misses, which is the most horrible spell. It's a very powerful, destructive spell that pierce into the mind of the woke and just demolishes them if you gender their miss. And all of this is fake. All of this is fake. First of all, I was told to talk about it on a live stream, as I mentioned, so I didn't have time to analyze it. It was a super chat that said, oh, look what Groom said. So, I assumed that it was previously fact-checked, but no. The reason that it is fake is because when something confirms 150% of what you believed, chances are, it's fake. and I'm telling you this after being on the internet for more than 5 years. Right? Usually you can suspect something is going on. You see all these publications saying return to form, so you kind of know there's a PR team behind it. And if it's confirmed, you usually get 60% or 70% confirmed of what you knew, and then it makes sense. But when it's 150, it's not only that, but look at what else is okay. What is this, chat? What is this? What is this little line here? On the PDF. This is a PDF file, because this is how NDAs come up, right? They don't allow you to modify the NDA. What is this? Why do we have a little line here? It's almost like it's a word pad. It's almost like someone written this. Then you got the little line. Dios mío. Grooms, you're going to get the community. You're going to get the community notes. Horrible. To be fair, he does say that this is a supposed leak, right? So he's not saying it. Supposed leak. So technically, he is not wrong. Oh, maybe he can't get community noted, because what he is saying is technically true. It's a supposed leak. Supposedly this leak. Yeah, well, it turns out it didn't. So it doesn't invalidate the supposed, right? Really nice whistle word there, like you positioned it the correct way. I'm not going to blame him, although his detractors are, because maybe he has been bamboozled. It's unacceptable though. Like as a content creator, you should check your sources a little bit more. But I don't think he was doing this forgery by himself, right? Like he didn't go and talk with Mr. Matty Plays and it's like let's forge something of BioWare. Let's get him into trouble. Let's forge it, right? Although this is what the detractors would like it to say. No, it's more like a miscarriage of a derelict of duties. Yes, derelict of duties. I hope it's not going to happen again, Grooms, because it's a little bit bad. You know, you're giving ammunition to the people that want more games like this, and I want less games like this. So there's a conflict of interest, right? Like between the people that want more games with chess scars and cellulitis and ugly characters, and people like me that want games with girls that have massive tits in order to shock and terrify left-leaning people in America and apparently some new right-wing generation. They also don't like girls with big tits. I don't know why, though. Like, I'm not saying that the tits should be naked. Like, no, they can be like stellar play, right? The feminine form. Apparently, it's terrifying to a lot of Westerners. And for some reason, it actually makes me happy. Like I genuinely find it hilarious when you show fully clothed women to someone and they freak out. I'm like, okay, maybe you need to see more women. Like, eventually, it will harden you as a person, right? It will harden you as a person because, like, if you get exposed to more women, just like I was in the 90s, there were a lot of sexy ladies in DC Comics and Marvel, then you can become a strong person like myself. Like I can be a role model for you. How about that? Huh? Or do you want to be like other people? Like white dudes for Kamala. Are those your role model? Huh? Right. Dragon Age is coming tomorrow. Holy shit. Like the leaks, the actual leaks from it. Oh my goodness. Like there's one where Isabella misgenders someone. And because she misgenders someone, she goes and does push-ups as a form of penance. I think it's called to brap or to barp someone. I don't know what. They use a word for it. Again, I think this is a sexual fantasy from the developers. Like they generally want to live in a society where if someone misgenders you, they have to do push-ups. Like, this is not about making a video game that's a dark... Well, actually, it is a dark fantasy. No, my bad. It is a dark fantasy. Like, from what I'm seeing from the leaks, it is a dark fantasy. Yes. The memes that can come up from this, it's like, oh, there's a lot of Democrats in the room. I'm going to barb all of you, you know? Like, they know it's bad. The people who made Dragon Age, they know it's bad. They're copyright striking those videos off the internet. Like, they really know that it's bad, so, we'll see tomorrow when the Let's Plays come out. In the meantime, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.